Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another review discussion thing on episode 19, I think, probably, of Darling and the Franxx. And boy, we had a big information dump on us this episode, and I'm real excited for that because world building is always one of my favorite things in any kind of series. More so long-standing series. This I don't know how long this is going to go on, but let's get right into it. We start off with the doctor talking to Papa about why he wasn't really consulted when wiping the memories of Kokoro and Mitsuri, and says that the children aren't going to really be obedient, which is kind of true if they keep just mistreating them like that and ruining their lives. But we do find out Dr. Franxx's name, kind of. They refer to him as Werner, and they said that he wanted to see the plan come to fruition too, which is kind of true, but I think they're both just kind of doing it the wrong way. He kind of states that they just use forceful ways to achieve their goals, but he is certainly no difference with that fist clench. And I think this is kind of going to foreshadow his betrayal to Papa later down the line, which kind of supports from last episode my theory of them starting a revolution. So plus Hachi and the Doctor are totally gonna revolt against the menace of Papa. 2025. So we get a scale for time here, just kind of when things are starting to take place, but it is a flashback, so we are almost there in real time. We only have like 7 years. Then we'll be in the perfect world of Papa. And Frank, we find out his full name is just Frank Werner. Frank here just doing his normal illegal cloning experiments. And he states he's an atheist, which I don't really know if that's going to come up later, but we shall see if that really means anything. And then we get Papa, and apparently they were human at one point, and there's 7 of them, and they're all kind of recognizable of the lovely Papa that we know from earlier. We've got the short dude on the right who definitely got stabbed by the Klaxosaur princess. I just kind of realized that the organization is called Ape, and their masks kind of look primate-ish. So connections. I'm slow at that. Don't worry. But although the short guy kind of looks like an owl, not really sure, but who knows. There is one female, though. They worked for the Lamerick Club, which I don't know what that is either, but they dug up magma energy deeper than ever and made energy that was way efficiently better, and they reached the material civilization apex. Frank gets a job offer there, kind of, and goes there and he meets Karina Milsa. And she's kind of renowned for regenerative telomere medicine stuff, which that's what Frank is all about too. He signs a contract and he's surprised by the funding, which I don't know where Papa's getting all this money at. I guess from all the magma core mining. But then we get into bigger things. Way bigger things. That's right. Kurisu from Steins Gate. Oh, no. That just old boring immortality stuff. We skip up to the year 2030. Experiments are starting to work. They're like showing no signs of aging through their experiments. Then Frank says that mankind might lose its reproductive functions, which kind of explains what the 9s were talking about earlier with the whole reproduction function thing, evolution, and all that garbage. So yeah, to be immortal, you just have to give up reproduction, which I don't know. That's your choice. And he kind of questions if they're even human anymore after doing all of this stuff. And Karina asks if they'd be gods, and Frank just says that he's an atheist. Kind of funny moment. Of course, with this, the only ones to benefit would be the rich, which makes sense because if you have immortality, you're probably going to sell that for a pretty decent dollar there. And population did start exploding somehow. I think probably people just wanted kids because they were going to do the immortality thing and knew they couldn't have any. So before the immortality treatment, they probably went and did all the children making. But to put a stop to this, they put a large tax on childbirth in East Asia because too many children. Kind of like the One Child Policy Act they have. Yeah, East Asia, so they are on Earth. This isn't just some made-up planet like other series have, or other series just don't even name a planet. They're just there. But eventually areas start turning into deserts because of, I think definitely because of the magma energy mining, which a lot of the poor people were blaming that, and then they're just ignored. But we finally get back to Squad 13. The memories were wiped. They don't even remember the partner switch. And good on you, Futoshi, because Kokoro's wondering like why he doesn't want to be her partner, and he's just like, we already switched, this isn't the way things were. But obviously Mitsuru and Kokoro don't remember that. And they just reiterate a bunch that they remember absolutely nothing about what has been their previous life. Back to the past in 2036, immortality has reached 70%. Yay! But Frank and Karina are having dinner and talk about the procedure. Frank hasn't actually gotten it, and neither has Karina. So I guess he hasn't gotten the immortal surgery still. And I don't think he's ever going to. And then we just have kind of a cutesy scene where we build their relationship, and then they're together, because that's exactly how relationships work. But then we get kind of a close-up of the plantation plans, if anyone is interested in that. I was just kind of a big dome. It is 1,200 meters tall, which is nice. Don't really have a scale for that. My ceiling is maybe like not even 3 meters. So 400 times bigger than probably your ceiling is. And then they refer to this as the Arc of Humanity. Then 2037, that year, it appeared in front of mankind. Gojira! Ah! Oh no, it looks like the first Klaxosaur to come up, and dang, only several nukes were able to stop it. And then goodbye, Australia. Yeah, they just decided to destroy Australia to get rid of that Klaxosaur. And they say that it kind of translates to screaming reptiles, so pretty cool stuff. It's kind of why they're dinosaur-shaped, most of them. Then they kind of just started popping up more and more. They were attracted to the magma energy mines, and plantations basically became mobile fortresses to help like fend off the Klaxosaur. We know that doesn't really work too much, but all of mankind is pretty much dead who isn't in the plantations, which makes sense. Yeah, this is kind of apocalyptic-esque world here, with all the Klaxosaur killing everyone who is just out in the open. There's only a few that haven't really gotten the treatment, like Frank and Karina. I don't really know who else hasn't. Probably not really anyone else at this point. But yay, they're gonna get married. But Frank says there's a good old corpse in Alaska, so he's gotta go there first. because corpses are way more important than marriage. And oh my god, he's in love with a blue hexaball with long flowing locks. Lovely locks. And he learned that it has kind of the same XX chromosome seen in female humans. So not good, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know if all Klaxosaurs are specifically female, because we did see at one point where they found the heart or the core of the Klaxosaur, and it was inside of it looked like a silhouette of a little fetus. So I'm not entirely sure how Klaxosaurs are made, or if they're made specifically female. Who knows? But we shall see, hopefully. And Franxx has been made the lead developer for Killing Klaxosaur, and thus the Franxx was born. 2042, for some reason, you still need reproductive functions to pilot a Franxx. Don't know why. Seriously, what? Why would you design it this way? I don't know what you're doing, Frank. But Karina is so cool, volunteering herself to be a pilot since she hasn't had the surgery, and oh crap, she exploded! Okay. Hey, cool. Check that out. I'm technically older than them. I was born in 95. So that is a cool scale for things, maybe. I don't know. Then the zoom out of the wall, that is a lot of test subjects. Like, a lot. Yellow blood cells, am I right? Some irony, some weirdness. But yeah, Squad 13 again. We find out that Mitsuru and Kokoro were given fake memories. I don't really know what fake memories they were given. I know they just kind of like wiped their memories back to the beginning of when they're first piloting the Franxxes, but they don't really elaborate on what the fake memories are. But however, Zorame is being just why Zorame? Just no. Stop saying that. I know they're all you've ever had, but no. And Hiro, yes, you should go confront Papa and give him the old 1-2. Show him what's for. And back to some more flashbacks, and there's some more yikes moments. They've improved the Franxxes, but still kind of getting torn apart. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that was Nana and Hachi in the garden early on, where they kind of showed the flashback of the first children in the garden. I didn't even notice that, but cool. Lead up. I guess they got to put someone in there instead of just a random child. But the parasites need emotions, so that's why they kind of have these human-like house dorms, and they're also creepily monitored, like always. The adults basically forgot that the Klaxosaur even exists because of their good old snobby plantation life. And Franxx states that he doesn't have any interest in the future of humanity anymore, which I don't blame him. After all the crap that's happened, I just want to leave. Just put it all away. Go hide in a little hidey hole. And then conveniently finds out about the Klaxosaur leader. I don't really know how Papa told him and found out about that. But Papa asks him to bring back DNA samples, and they make it to the ancient civilization, and boom! He got a tentacle right through his head. Kinda deserved it, probably. And that guy got cut in half. And Frank is the only one left alive. That's a cool spider. A real cool spider. And she's also kind of short. And Frank, no, stop. I liked you, Frank, but no, stop it. She licks his hand, and yeah, I mean, licks his hand. I thought this was going to be the perfect opportunity for him to get the DNA sample of just like maybe scraping off his skin of his licked hand or something. But yeah, he gets the DNA from that way. But I guess, holy effing what? She bit his arm off, and he still loves her after that. I mean, she's kind of cute, right? Eh. So we know what he looks like now with a mechanical arm, but where did his mechanical face come from? Because she only ripped off his arm. She didn't rip off his face? So I don't know where that came from. But now things are happening again. Squad 13 is coming to confront the Papa. Turns out their memories are dead and can't be restored, which I don't really completely buy, because how Hero and 02 got their memories back, I assume this is the exact same procedure that they went through. Maybe it was a little bit different because it was more drastic or severe because of the whole marriage thing. But I don't really know about that. I feel like they gotta get their memories back somehow to complete this story and the revolution that I'm really hoping is happening. Oh well. But Futoshi is stepping up, and he's like, dang, he's cursing out Papa. Good on you, buddy. You're my new favorite. But Zorome is actually coming to a realization that Papa is not what he always thought he was, and that Papa actually kind of sucks. He asks, like, when they can become adults, and they kind of just sit in silence for a while, and then it's real emotional, and Zorome is just, like, yelling, what are we living for then? Is our only purpose really to pilot the Franxx? And then Papa finally talks and says that they will become adults if they fulfill their next mission, which I also don't trust whatsoever. Because Papa seems like they want to get rid of Squad 13 as a whole, because they've become too self-aware of what's going on around them. Because they had the issue with Hero early on, and now they have the issue with Mitsuru and Kokoro. So I think after the last mission, or during it, that Papa's gonna try to try doing the Execute Order 66 thing where they kill themselves, which that's not gonna work at all on them. But the other way, I think, is them gonna have Squad 9, or the Nines, like, just kind of take them out in the middle of the battle where there's a lot of chaos and no one else can really see it. That's what I think's gonna happen. Or maybe just after the battle's over, they're gonna have another battle with the Nines. And that's gonna be intense. Frank actually wants to see them, the children, become real humans. And Hero's just like, I hate you. You did awful things to me and 02. Like wiping our memories, and he's never gonna forgive him. And he exits the room, and 02 calls Hero a pervert like always because he's looking at her horns. I guess that's just normal now, that you're a pervert if you look at someone's horns on their head. Foreshadowing is potentially happening with actual happiness, which we haven't gotten too much of in this show, if I'm being honest. I think it's Frank that's narrating the end of this time, and he says that fate can be powerless in the face of desire. And Squad 13 is certainly showing quite a bit of desire. Then he says 02 would hate him if she knew. Knew what? I don't know. What does he know? What doesn't she know? But flashback again, he ends up getting the DNA from the princess by grabbing her hair when she attacked him. And now he's starting the creepy process of creating his own humans. What does that mean? It means that this is 02 as a fetus. Now, who would, because 02 is obviously number 2. Who is 01? It hasn't really been revealed yet. Maybe I assume it will be revealed eventually. But we got a huge information dump with this episode, and I'm real happy about it. There's still some unanswered questions, like where did the doctor's face go? Why is he so short now? Like he used to be a tall, lanky guy, and now he's just like all the way down here. And where did the bodies of Papa go? Because they were human once, but as we saw when Klaxosaur Princess stabbed them to death, there was blood, but under the mask there was nothing there. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Maybe they shrunk too, and just their bodies remain the same height, but their real interior doesn't. Who knows? What did you think of this episode? Let me know. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.